Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the dedication of the Unity Clinic at the Oklahoma City First Church of the Nazarene Cole Community Center. We're thrilled that so many of you are on hand to celebrate this special day, whether you're here with us in person or whether you're joining us via live stream. Thank you for your support. I'm Dr. Valerie Williams, and I have the privilege of serving at the University of Oklahoma Health Sciences Center as the director for our Center for Learning and Leadership and as vice provost for academic affairs and faculty development. This is an exciting time, not only for the OU Health Sciences Center, but also for the Oklahoma City First Church of the Nazarene and the Oklahoma City community at large. The Unity Clinic is the culmination of over 3 years of hard work and dedication by more than 100 student leaders and numerous faculty and staff at the OU Health Sciences Center, College of Allied Health, College of Dentistry, the Graduate College, our College of Medicine, the Fran and Earl Ziegler College of Nursing, the College of Pharmacy, the Hudson College of Public Health, and our colleagues at the OU Norman Ann and Henry Zarrow School of Social Work. Through the Unity Clinic endeavor, our students who are training to become the healthcare leaders of tomorrow will not only gain meaningful clinical experience, they'll also deliver patient-centered, high-quality care. The Unity Clinic will help serve our fellow Oklahomans, providing essential care directly to those who might otherwise go without. Today is a milestone day for our city, and this gathering recognizes everyone who helped make today a reality. I would now like to introduce Reverend John Middendorf, lead pastor of Oklahoma City First Church of the Nazarene. Reverend Middendorf has been on the ministry team of Oklahoma City First since 1990 and was named lead pastor in 2007. In recent years, he has helped launch 2 nonprofit organizations designed to address chronic poverty here in Oklahoma City and in the country of Zambia. Reverend Middendorf also devotes much of his time supporting the One campaign, advocating for efforts to help alleviate and eliminate poverty in sub-Saharan Africa. Please help me welcome Reverend John Middendorf.
Thank you, Dr. Williams. What a great day, a day that we have ached for around here for a long time. This is what it looks like when a church falls in love with its neighborhood. This is what it looks like when a gospel has skin on it, and when you recognize that it's not just about souls, but it's about lives, it's about bodies, it's about families, it's about neighborhoods, and it's about city. This is what synergy looks like. This is what collaboration looks like. And this is just the first day of our partnership. What might this whole thing look like a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now? We're excited for this day. Like I said, we have been investing in this day for a long time. I'm very grateful for the people in this room. My friend, Pastor Avarilla Fleming, has done a great job moving this entire thing. And thank you to my friend, Reverend Mike Laughlin, who has made the Cole Community Center such a winsome sort of place. And we're very excited and looking forward to everything that this clinic means for our city and for our neighborhood in particular. It's now my honor to introduce our next speaker, the Mayor of Oklahoma City, my friend David Holt. Mayor Holt took office as Oklahoma City's 36th mayor in 2018. In his second year in office, Mayor Holt recorded his signature achievement, shepherding the development and successful passage of MAPS 4, an ambitious nearly $1 billion package that will address 16 critical challenges and opportunities for Oklahoma City. As mayor, he has received numerous awards that recognize his commitment to serving and uplifting the many voices of our beautiful, diverse city, including the Visionary Award from the Oklahoma City Black Chamber, the Outstanding Civic Leader Award from Asia Society of Oklahoma, and the Shadow and Act Award from the Ralph Ellison Foundation. We are honored that he is joining us today. Please help me welcome Mayor David Holt.
Well, thank you, Reverend Middendorf. Let me just say a few quick words about this endeavor, specifically your partner, this neighborhood, and you and your church. First of all, anytime I'm in front of an audience that includes any healthcare professionals, but especially OU at this moment in my life, I have to say thank you on behalf of the people of Oklahoma City for what you have done for us over the last year, but especially the last 3 months. The last 3 months, I crunched the numbers this last week. 80% of our cases and 70% of our deaths have happened in the last 3 months. So the second half of our pandemic experience has been so tremendously worse than the first half, and the healthcare professionals are on the front lines. And anyone who's listening to this who's not a healthcare professional, I urge you to find ways to express your gratitude. You know, we did a lot of that in the spring, and it actually wasn't as bad in the spring. They need it now, and however it is that you can express that, please take that opportunity to do so. Specifically, OU, my father was in an OU ICU facility for the last, previous to Tuesday, for the 11 days prior to that, and the care was tremendous, and I know that all the institutions in our city would have done the same, but in this case it was OU, so thank you so very much for what you did for my dad and what you're doing for a lot of people's dads and a lot of people's moms, and we're so grateful. And it's no wonder that you would go above and beyond those existing efforts to do something like this. Thank you for doing it for this part of town. This is actually a little bit of my old stomping grounds. My favorite comic book store growing up was just around the corner. These are streets and neighborhoods that I'm very, very familiar with. I grew up in kind of the Putnam City area, and I know that it needs all the help it can get, and we all do. I mean, the human beings in this city, as Reverend Middendorf referenced, we need each other. And maybe that's a good transition to my last comment about him and this church. I have to believe he had something to do with the naming of this clinic, because he and his flock here really exhibit, I think, the true essence of Christianity, which is, to dwell on the things that bind us together, the things we have in common, the things that unify us. All too often in current American life, and even sometimes it seems in religious life, we seem to be seeking ways to divide ourselves and seeking to identify the things that make us different. And that to me, flies in the face of everything that is American, everything that is Christian, everything that makes life possible. We have to dwell on the things that we have in common. And what we have in common that is most salient today is obviously we have healthcare needs. As he said, we have bodies, and they have a lot of demands. And we can't always afford or even aware of all the options that we might have to live a healthier life. And it takes others to help us. We can't do this on our own. No one is an island. And this church understands that as well as any church I know of in Oklahoma City. I am confident there are hundreds, if not thousands, of churches in our city. I don't know and could never know all the names of all the pastors and all the names of all the churches in this 620 square mile city. But I know this church, and I know Pastor Middendorf, and there's a reason for that. He's a shining light, and his church is a shining light in this city, and this is just another example of that work. So thank you, Pastor, and to your parishioners for doing what you do and taking charge of a need here in this neighborhood and finding and bringing together the partners to make this clinic possible. So congratulations to you. Thank you to you. Congratulations to OU. Thank you to OU. Thank you to all, I'm sure, the donors and partners, and too many to list today, but they know who they are and know that your mayor and your city are grateful for all of you. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor Holt. Very inspiring comments. We understand that you must depart for another commitment shortly, so we so appreciate you being with us this morning. As you've probably noticed, if I don't take my glasses off with my mask, community is an important part of today's gathering. The Unity Clinic is not the work of one person, but of countless people working together to make a difference. Because of their vision and tireless efforts, this clinic will make an extraordinary difference in the lives of so many of our neighbors. At the University of Oklahoma, the culture of community is ingrained in the fabric of who we are. For more than a century, Oklahomans have placed their lives in the hands of OU's health professionals. Today, more than 70% of our state's healthcare professionals are OU graduates. The students, the faculty, the alumni of OU's 7 health professions colleges share the characteristics of OU's first doctors and health providers. They make a difference in people's lives through both skill and compassion, and they advance scientific discovery through life-saving research. OU health professionals and researchers are world changers, and their impact is seen in the medical breakthroughs that will transform communities and states, nations, and the globe. While we have many successes to celebrate, we also must acknowledge the real-world needs of our state and their need for greater access to health care, as Ramir Holt mentioned. Along with an unfortunate shortage of healthcare professionals, our state ranks 49th in the nation for state health system performance, has the second highest uninsured rate in the nation. In addition, only half of Oklahomans have access to dental insurance. We take great pride in our state and in our community, and too many Oklahomans are suffering due to lack of adequate health care. Recognizing these challenges and how their own expertise could fill some of these gaps, our students took action and created Unity Clinic. Through the Unity Clinic, our students in the 19 different health disciplines will gain really valuable firsthand experience while also increasing access to high-quality health care for those who might not otherwise have it or might not receive treatment. The clinic not only allows us to deliver excellent care to more people, it provides an opportunity to teach and to prepare healthcare leaders for tomorrow. For well over 100 years, OU has provided essential care to generations of Oklahomans. The Unity Clinic builds upon that legacy, serving our community and representing our university's core purpose of changing lives. I know we can't wait to see the impact that this clinic will make in our community, and I'd like to welcome now Reverend Averilla Fleming, who has served on the ministry team at Oklahoma City First Church of the Nazarene since 2018. As part of the pastoral team, her roles are wide-ranging and include middle school ministries, along with community outreach and engagement through the Oklahoma Justice Circle. Oklahoma Justice Center Unity Clinic Partnership, and she's the manager of Oklahoma City First Hope Box Food. Please help me welcome Reverend Averilla Fleming.
Thank you, Dr. Williams, and I just want to thank you all again for joining us for this morning's grand opening. As one of the pastors here, I have had the privilege of working with a lot of really great people and organizations, all which strive to better resource the communities that we all serve. And partnering with the Unity Clinic has been no exception to that. A few years ago, OKC First had the option of moving our location somewhere else in the city, but we made the decision to remain here at our current location, and then we committed ourselves to better serve our neighbors. Over the years, we have learned how limited access to adequate nutrition, educational resources, and financial support are all barriers to thriving communities. And in response, we have adapted many of our programs to offer additional resources and support to our neighbors in need. However, OKC First has been unable to help members of our community access quality health care until now. In March of 2020, leaders from OKC First and the Unity Clinic team met for the first time to discuss a partnership to reach our neighbors on the margins of healthcare in Oklahoma City. I am so proud and honored to stand before you today, less than a year after that initial meeting, and in the middle of a pandemic, to help officially launch the Unity Clinic here at OKC First and our Cole Community Center. It has been a privilege to serve on the Unity Clinic planning team for the past year as we have worked to open our doors to the uninsured members of our public. Not only am I proud as a team member, but I also have a relative who has already benefited from the resources that the clinic provides. Like many Americans, she lost her job and with it her health insurance this past year. And through the Unity Clinic's interdisciplinary care model, she has had many of her health needs addressed. I am personally so grateful for the ways that the Unity Clinic has already impacted my family. I am also deeply inspired by the team's dedication and passion. We spend a lot of time dreaming about how we can further expand the clinic's reach and its scope. We have dreams to further collaborate in food insecurity in Northwest OKC by partnering with our food pantry, the Hope Box. We have dreams to partner with other community services and nonprofits like our Neighborhood Empowered to provide holistic care for a variety of mental, physical, and emotional needs. And we look forward to the day that OKC First can be a one-stop shop for our neighbors in need, one that empowers and equips them to dream bigger dreams for themselves. As a pastor, I believe that the people of faith are called to be active participants in the good work that God is doing in the world. Through this partnership, we can do just that. The Unity Clinic is another important step in helping to restore hope and health back to our small pocket of OKC, and we are so excited to see where this journey will lead us together. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you, Reverend Fleming. Without question, the Unity Clinic would not have been possible if it weren't for the dedication and tireless work of our students. In particular, Daniel Gibrelli. Daniel is a fourth-year medical student at OU who has a passion for community outreach, leadership, and healthcare education. He founded the Unity Clinic in spring of 2017 and serves as the clinic's chair. Through the Unity Clinic, Daniel aims to expand healthcare access to Oklahoma's underserved patients while promoting interdisciplinary collaboration and clinical experiences for future healthcare professionals. As a first-generation American, Daniel recognizes the impact of community engagement and believes that healthcare has the unique power to transcend our differences and bring people together. Please join me in welcoming Daniel Gibrelli.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Williams. Thank you, Mayor Holt, Dr. Ferguson, everybody who's out there here today. I want to express my sincere gratitude for the people that made today possible. This is a team effort, and with that, the folks who have been our champions from the beginning. So 3 years ago, a handful of students came together, and we imagined a unity between our students, a unity between our professions and our community. And what started as an idea for a mobile clinic evolved into the largest student-led grassroots movement serving the underserved patients in our state. We believe that meaningful, effective, and lasting change happens from the bottom up rather from the top down, which is why our journey of building an interdisciplinary, student-led mobile clinic began with an abiding faith in our students and our ability to join together to improve the healthcare of our state. Bringing together over 100 students to pioneer a comprehensive healthcare model was a great undertaking, which was sometimes met with skepticism and doubt. But despite the enormity of the task, our team of different backgrounds, experiences, and perspectives came together with a sense of common purpose, serving our patients, our students, and our community. Today's inaugural opening of the Unity Clinic at the Cole Community Center is the first step in our continuing journey of building a healthier Oklahoma and marks the day that reality caught up with our imagination. This victory is a testament to the extraordinary individuals on the Unity Clinic team. And while each of us have individual dreams and aspirations, we all aim to build a ladder of opportunity for the hardworking people in our community. We believe that although our time as student is finite, our impact we have on our community is infinite. Leading this exceptional group of people has been the privilege of a lifetime, and I'm proud of our student leaders who put their hearts and souls into making this clinic possible. Students like Frida Freeman Cooper, who brought the Unity Clinic and Cole Community Center together and continues to help expand our mission even after graduating. I'm equally grateful to our faculty, staff, and partners for being our champions, especially to those who have been with us from the beginning. Margaret Robinson, Lynn Goldston, Dr. Bratzler, Dr. Salinas, Dr. Skaggs, Dr. Dennis, the IEPA, Good Shepherd Clinic, and many more that I could name for the rest of the day. Without your support, generosity, and guidance, the Unity Clinic would not exist today. Although we've accomplished much in a short period of time, there's more work to be done. More work to serve the single mom with 3 jobs who has to choose between buying insulin or groceries. More work in fighting the destructive power of the current pandemic. And more work to inspire the future healthcare professionals of our state. So thank you all for taking the time to be here with us on this special day. Let's get to work.
Thank you, Daniel. On behalf of the OU Health Sciences Center and the Oklahoma City First Church of the Nazarene, I would like to thank you all for joining us this morning, whether here in person or virtually. I'd also like to thank Reverend Middendorf, Mayor Holt, Reverend Fleming, and Daniel Gibrelli for their tireless efforts to make this Unity Clinic a reality and the very special remarks that they shared with us this morning. At this time, I'd like to call our speakers to the stage to assist with the ribbon cutting. Everybody step forward.